The global fruit trade is a high-stakes game, where fortunes can be made or lost in the blink of an eye. Every day, millions of bananas travel thousands of miles, crossing oceans and borders, connecting distant nations through a web of commerce and competition. It's a world driven by supply, demand, and the ever-shifting tides of politics. Behind every transaction, there are stories of livelihoods, negotiations, and the delicate balance between nations. For years, the Philippines stood at the center of this trade, dominating China's banana market. Filipino farmers worked tirelessly, harvesting bananas that would fuel a multi-million-dollar industry. This trade not only brought prosperity to countless families, but also became a vital pillar of the Philippine economy, supporting entire communities and shaping local livelihoods. Yet, this remarkable success was built on shaky ground. Just one political dispute, one diplomatic misstep, was enough to send shockwaves through the industry. Suddenly, shipments stalled, bananas spoiled at the docks, and families who once thrived faced uncertainty overnight. As the Philippines faltered, Vietnam saw an opportunity. With determination and speed, Vietnamese growers ramped up production, transforming their country from a minor player into China's top banana supplier. In a matter of months, the balance of power shifted, and a new chapter began. This is a story of how geopolitics can upend entire industries overnight, changing the destinies of nations and the lives of ordinary people. The banana trade became more than just business. It became a lesson in economic survival, national ambition, and the risks of relying too heavily on a single trading partner. For both the Philippines and Vietnam, it was a test of resilience and adaptability in a rapidly changing world. Let's dive deeper and see how fortunes shifted across the South China Sea, reshaping the future of the banana trade for two nations and beyond. The Philippines' banana empire grew from Mindanao's perfect climate and decades of investment. Multinational giants like Dole and Del Monte brought advanced farming and logistics, turning the region into Asia's banana powerhouse. China, just days away by ship, became the industry's lifeblood. Over 80% of China's imported bananas came from the Philippines. This trade created hundreds of thousands of jobs and fueled local economies. But the industry's heavy reliance on China masked a dangerous vulnerability. Leaders assumed the good times would last, neglecting diversification. When trouble came, the consequences would be catastrophic. The empire's foundations, though impressive, were more fragile than they seemed. In 2012, a tense territorial dispute erupted over the Scarborough Shoal, a small but strategic cluster of rocks in the South China Sea. This standoff between China and the Philippines quickly escalated into a full-blown crisis, drawing international attention and raising fears of a wider conflict in the region. In a move that surprised many, China retaliated not with warships, but with trade barriers, suddenly blocking Philippine banana shipments under the pretext of health concerns. Overnight, what seemed like a routine inspection became a powerful tool of economic pressure. Cargoes of fresh bananas, once destined for Chinese supermarkets, were left to rot at ports. Exporters watched helplessly as millions of dollars in produce spoiled, and Mindanao's vast banana plantations, the heart of the industry, ground to a halt. The message from Beijing was unmistakable: challenge China's claims, and your economy will pay the price. The banana ban sent shockwaves through the Philippines' agricultural sector. Jobs vanished almost overnight. Fields of ripe bananas were left unharvested, spoiling in the tropical sun. Entire communities that depended on the banana trade faced sudden uncertainty and hardship. Maria Santos, a packing plant worker, remembered the shock. One day we had overtime, the next, silence. We didn't understand the politics, only the hunger and the fear for our family's future. The Philippine government scrambled to find new buyers in Japan, the Middle East, and beyond. But no market could absorb the sheer volume that China once did, and prices plummeted. The banana trade, once a proud symbol of prosperity and growth, was suddenly a casualty of geopolitics, caught in the crossfire of a superpower rivalry. The crisis exposed the hidden dangers of relying too heavily on a single, powerful trading partner. It was a lesson in vulnerability for the entire nation. For the Philippines, the banana blockade was more than an economic setback. It was a painful wake-up call about the true cost of international disputes and the fragility of economic security. As the Philippines stumbled, Vietnam moved fast. With a land border to China, Vietnamese farmers could truck bananas directly, avoiding costly port delays. The government encouraged banana cultivation, improved logistics, and streamlined border trade. Small farmers formed cooperatives, pooled resources, and quickly adapted to Chinese preferences. Vietnamese exports soared, and within a few years Vietnam became China's top banana supplier. Lower prices and direct relationships with Chinese buyers sealed the deal. Vietnam's agility and government support turned crisis into opportunity. The regional banana trade was transformed, almost overnight. The shift in the banana trade was deeply personal for farmers on both sides of the South China Sea. For many, it wasn't just about numbers or exports, it was about their families, their hopes, and their futures. The impact rippled through entire communities, changing the rhythm of daily life. In the Philippines, Roberto Cruz watched helplessly as his once bountiful harvests began to rot on the ground. Orders from abroad, which had once been reliable, suddenly dried up, leaving him with piles of unsold fruit and mounting debts. "We went from planning for the future to just surviving," he said, his voice heavy with worry. The dreams he had for his children and his land seemed to slip further away with each passing season. His son was forced to leave college, unable to afford tuition. Neighbors lost their farms, and families who once thrived together now faced uncertainty. The dream of a better life through bananas was gone, replaced by anxiety and loss. Meanwhile in Vietnam, Tran Van Minh saw an opportunity. With the help of a government loan, he made the bold decision to switch from growing corn to cultivating bananas, hoping for a brighter future. "Traders from China came to our village, looking for high-quality bananas," Tran recalled. Their arrival brought hope and excitement, as new buyers meant new possibilities. Prices soared to levels Tran had never seen before. For the first time, he could negotiate with buyers and secure a fair price for his hard work. Within just 2 years, Tran paid off his loan, expanded his plantation, and was able to send his children to better schools. The prosperity spread, lifting not just his family, but his entire community. Across northern Vietnam, thousands of smallholder families experienced a similar transformation. The banana boom lifted many out of poverty, bringing hope and opportunity where there had once been struggle. While Filipino farmers struggled to survive, Vietnamese farmers thrived, both groups at the mercy of global market forces far beyond their control. Their fates were shaped by decisions made in distant capitals and boardrooms. The banana boom and bust changed lives forever, bringing prosperity to some and hardship to others. For every family lifted up, another was left behind. The same fruit, two destinies, one story of hope, the other of heartbreak. Can the Philippines win back its place in China's banana market? First, it must rebuild trust with China. Trade and politics are inseparable. The industry needs to empower small growers, invest in technology, and diversify both markets and products. Learning from Vietnam's agility, the Philippines must modernize and reduce its dependence on a single buyer. Exploring new markets and value-added products like banana chips or puree is essential. Recovery will require smart diplomacy, innovation, and resilience. The Philippines still has expertise and infrastructure but must adapt to survive. The Golden Crown may be tarnished, but the fight for a comeback has just begun.